beat here, doesn't it? I think so. Is that too loud? There we go. Okay. Hold on. Oh. You guys get so loud, huh? Hello? Test, test. There we go. Okay. Gosh. Okay. So, folks, we're back. Back in I Love You, Colonel Sanders. How should I be saying that? Saunders? Anywho, Colonel Sanders. There we go. Sanders. Last time we left off, I failed the test. I could not pass it. But we are right back at it. Mr. Sprinkles, or Professor Sprinkles, I should say. I should have blown my nose before this. So well. Is here to grade us or give us the test. Make sure I got everything all set up how I want it. There we go. Okay, back at it. With the test from Professor Sprinkles. Ready? Just then. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh! Come on, where's the question? Okay, you had his chickens and you... No. It's time to boil the water, but... Huh? Okay. What temperature does water boil at? That one. That's right. Aha. Water gets to rub my... Winter gets to rub my furry belly. Let that incite... Let that enticing offer motivate you. I want to rub the corgi's belly. I honestly can never say no to rubbing a dog's belly. Any dog can just rub that belly. You're going to need to season that chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. Oh yeah, how many ingredients does he have? 11. Oh. Oh, his tail's wagging. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavors? Trust. Uh-oh, that's wrong. I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Aeshleigh is simply stronger and faster. Oh, she's stronger than me? You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness the energy, so where does it come from? Really? That's a horrible time to start forgetting important things. Next question. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. Really? Don't make me get the spray bottle. Is this the end? Yep. Oh, I failed again. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Come on, skip ahead. Okay, I told them, step it up, you're on. He likes that. Okay, here comes the test again. Come on. Okay, 100 Celsius. Rubbing the belly, it was 11. 11 spices. Vigilance. Oh, dang it. So it's, wasn't trust, it wasn't vigilance, it's the other one. Okay. Next question. Aeshleigh, stronger and faster. The shoulder of Orion. Dang it! A deep place in the Pacific. Oh no. I'm seeing like chicken cooking, so bubbling. Silence. I messed up again. Oh my god. No. Okay. Come on. You're on. Okay, Celsius, got it. 11 spices. Gratitude. The Pacific. They're all wrong. Silence. You notice Colonel Sanders out the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Barnabas. Oh, look at that chicken. That chicken cane. He's actually cheering you on. He's cheering for me. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Uh-oh. Now I can think about this Colonel Sanders. How many, damn it. You were stranded on a desert island with only one desert cookbook, which would... What's going on? What a hunk! You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're failing! Sorry, I forgot the question. Oh, God. What does this have to do with the crafty, spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. Yes, I am. At the next station over, Aeshleigh has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into the stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes. Uh-oh. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Barnabas does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Oh my gosh. Barnabas, no! But you're not fast enough and your hands get stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. Oh, I disappointed him. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone, what are you chewing on, dog? Here. Okay, go. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a complicated dish, or a complete dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it won't be fair to compare the two on account of Barnabas's injury. That's right. Show mercy. You see, Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he looks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. I thought it was colorful. Under the white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Barnabas to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the white dome. causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry giggly. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed, as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simply isn't your strong suit, is it, Aeshleigh? Oh, you. As he places the sauce-covered fingers onto his lips, Aeshleigh leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Oh, that's always the worst. Getting sauce stuck in your mustache. Excuse me? I thought I heard someone behind me. The rage you feel. Internalize the rage you feel. Put yourself between. Yeah, keep it quiet. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that you burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face. Oh, my beautiful eyebrows. No. Which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Oh, no. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run up for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages on. It's Mr. Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Aeshleigh are in love and have decided to get married. And he wouldn't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I don't realize what I'm reading after I've read it. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. It's not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well then, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. Okay. Calm down, you. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstruction? Hey, Peppermint. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. Oh my god. Peppermint. Just one. I wonder if like all these little things that he's saying are true to the Colonel's actual story. And I lost my innocence when I picked up a firearm and put a bullet in my rival. He survived for a while. Well, for a while. Oh my god. You made him suffer? I don't know. People... We're just gonna ignore the fact that you killed somebody? People will see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard. Yes, my well-kept beard. And assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. It sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion. One has to remember that even failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. But you have a red apron. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. The fact that you killed somebody. Yay, says Pop. Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Oh, this fork monster. Borko? Borko? It is I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you didn't really want to see me anymore. But I just want to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. Oh, thank you. Oh, he's crying from all his 5 eyes. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Oh, thanks, Borko. His name's Borko. I'm glad there's no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of the night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. Did I? Yeah, I did. What are you doing? I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a fork monster, you see. Hey, lovely spoon. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no. Oh, I should be doing the voice changer for the monster. Oh well. Well, no. I can't get that set up now. I was a golden doggy. He was a dog, but I was still a student until one day some mean kid with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment onto me. And I was forever transformed, just like Aeshleigh and Von Von. Von Von the Man-Man. A magic spellbook. Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guild. Lovely spoon. I am about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes into the game. I've failed multiple times, but hey, it's me, you know? If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. Oh, thank you, Borko. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Barnabas, together I'm sure we can defeat them. Yes, Saunders. Together we can do anything. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. Oh. A personal invite, you say? Oh. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Oh, a chicken. Look at that chicken. That rooster. I'm sorry. That's a rooster. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things. You start to feel a special bond with them. Oh God. Is that an urn? Is that the guy he killed? It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with other ambitious. What are you doing? Jeez. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Perhaps both? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? Oh. Lovely Spoon, yes, I am trying to become the Colonel's love interest. So, should I reveal what my secret creation is, or should I keep it a secret? And I'm playing with my dog, which is why I'm doing all this weird stuff. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. He likes that brown gravy. So I'm taking it you want me to reveal my secret? Okay, I'll do it. You decide that you're as ready as you ever be to share your original cooking with Sanders, with the Colonel. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. Coleslaw. Or it could be the mac and cheese. Coleslaw! Hey! Oh god, I hate coleslaw. Why am I so excited for that? The shredded cabbage just glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' looks hideaway. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy saw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. Pepper. Okay, hold on. Let me. So nothing happens. Okay. And I see you type thanks voice, but I think I know what voice you mean. Just give me a moment and I'll get this program opened. Hello? Test? Okay. Okay. Oh no, what? Oh, that's kind of cool, but that sucks. So, Peppermint, the program I have for the voice changer, it changes 3 voices every day. So I don't have the Titan's voice changer. Well, let me try this one.
Magnificent.
Okay, I'll go back to those later. Where's my game at? You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Keep the last bite of coleslaw. Please make yourself comfortable. Oh, I will. I'll be back in just a moment. Uh-oh. Peppermint, I'll go back to that. Just remind me later, okay? Right. Yeah, Lovely Spoon. Peppermint is currently at work. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do something snooping. Or to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Oh, I want to see who's this. You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can clearly read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." So the guy he killed, the guy he shot. What's this? Oh, a lock of hair. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair isn't just silver in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Oh. I want to look at this rooster. You notice a very rustic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic. It's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. His very first rooster. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Or, yeah, Kentucky. Oh. Is he ready for me to enter his abode? Let me get one look at this one. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheering them. I don't see any drumsticks in there. What? You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off a hanger and try it on. Uh-oh. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. It is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any farther, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual. I wasn't trying on your clothes. Pardon me. Until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I was cold. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh, thank you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. Oh no. You decide that now is your moment to make a big move. You tell him you're cold. Yeah, I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots close to the fireplace. Alright. It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? Suddenly everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're going to cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, I take off the jacket and run. No! But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough leaves you paused. You stop yourself. Oh God, Colonel? Yes, Barnabas. Hey, lovely spoon, you can't spell romantic without... Just saying. Just saying. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. Antic. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence. Corgi. Oh, a dead student guy. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a new day that could change the rest of your life. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a glorious. I'm playing fetch with my dog currently. He's holding a. Come on. And your mouth waters at the sight of it. He reminds me. Yes, I do. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. Oh, that's for breakfast? Buttered biscuit with a drumstick? Don't mind if I do. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? Well, I do say so for myself, that you and me equal one. How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Oh. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift at cookery? Drop. Thank you. Take him down a peg. He has beefy arms. What about these beefy arms, huh? I'm just kidding. So ladies, Peppermint and Lovely Spoon, if you are at someone's house and they seemed overconfident about themselves and what they're doing in a situation, would you take them down a peg or flatter the gentleman? I need some guidance here, please. We got one for flatter, Lovely Spoon. Oh, you're talking the guy up. I see how it is. Oh, he liked it. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pour in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. Oh, look at him. He's so sad. With the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you could find is to run out the door and go home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Uh-oh. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. Oh, did her and Bob hook up? I've been... Excuse me. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay. I was stressed. But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on this saga of Miriam. Her Lovely Spoon, her actions, like her body language, reminds me of the best friend on Kill la Kill. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spreading some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know that little guy. Long story short, he took me to his favorite shush house, and things quickly spiraled out of control. Right, Lovely Spoon? Look at her. Did she say shush house? As if that's a thing people just say. What is that even referring to? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. She added a lot of extra dynamic to that show. That was a good show. Thank you for telling me to watch that. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bodying up the little details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, because back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. Thank you. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your beastie, you feel like you can do anything. Von and Aeshleigh. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. Hey, Pop. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Pop, he's a simple man. I need to blow my nose. I'll be right back. Oh, God. Okay. Pop, you had sexy chicken time. I just realized that those tears in her stockings are drumsticks. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Hehe, Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped, too. Why don't you pick up someone your own size? Swirly with some chocolate sauce, am I right? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, Brownibus, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. And Lovely Spoon, this guy reminds me of like the main like what was it, student council discipline guy from Kill la Kill. I mean, look at this guy. His hair has that one star too. Hey, clench your fist. But the injury from yesterday's mixture accident makes you wince in pain. Ow! Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. Oh, never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Oh, look at her acting all innocent now. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Brownibus, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back to fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he hiding? What is he doing complimenting her? No, not the teacher. That teacher was one of the nudists. I'm talking about the guy who's like the main where's my internet? Hold on. This guy. Hold on. Yeah, this guy. Von. He reminds me a lot of this guy. And the best friend in this story reminds me of her. I gotta be careful what these things show, because, yeah. Anywho, okay, back to the game. What is he doing complimenting her? How dare he? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Barnabas. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as you walk to class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts of fine food. Wait. See you inside, Barnabas. Annoyed by Colonel Saunders' inability to see Aeshleigh for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. Did they end up dating in that game? Or in that anime? In an attempt to distract yourself from how slightly you feel by that interaction with Aeshleigh, you take out the spellbook you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's the book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found laying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire. But I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A great grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the painting. Okay, yeah, I think that's what I remember from that show. Okay. I could use a spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That's way drastic. That is way drastic. Could you do something else? Like anything else? Not rooting in the dark magic, maybe tie a string around your finger? It's fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. No, am I really gonna do this? What? My nose. I'll be right back again. Sorry. Okay. I can breathe. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. That's not a good excuse. What are you talking about? I'm not gonna do it. Why would I erase his memory? You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his throat and makes a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. Is he panting? He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. But teacher, the dog ate my homework. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Let's give him some privacy. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on a cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel. Squirrel! Oh, God. Terrence! I told you never to come back here! Terrence, I will destroy you! Terrence! So angry. Sprinkles is barking fiercely, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied with his presence, he has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel. In hearing distance, he returns to his Professor tone. You went the wrong way. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Barnabas, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. Give me the ball. Drop. Thank you. You see. Oh, God. But before he can go any farther, Miriam's love drama spills over into the classroom. Sprinkles is interrupted by sad whimpering coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. But I miss you. We went on one date, Pop, and how can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam. Every time I blink, you go away again. Oh, God. That's a really cute thing to say. Miriam, what happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me. I didn't just get in trouble. I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we set foot in. Oh? So that's what you meant by shush house. Pop, we went on one date. We're over. Oh, poor Pop. And it meant so much to me that I made this for you. Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves his creation behind and runs out of the room. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of Pop's talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay. I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not gonna saddle up on Colonel Saunders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe. Sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a big ranch, and a ranch big enough for both of us, and whoever else wants to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank, or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a very special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet the Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice the dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van and supposed Man and his eviler counterpart, Aeshleigh. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Barnabas's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven, but as soon as you do, cherry blossoms. Your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Barnabas, what are you doing here? There's still time before the exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. It did. You decide that it's time to take your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when... Bing! The oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it, like there was no sound at all. Fess up about your practice dish. So you're saying woo him, and yes, I'm trying to woo him. So if I'm trying to do that, I'm not gonna ignore what I'm cooking. I'm gonna turn around, pull out my delicious pot pie, and be like, here you go. All right. So let's fess up about your practice dish. Oh, hearts. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You know it was a pot pie then, just from the smell. No, not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie. With an all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Uh-oh. What? Woo! Ooh, my. Mr. Sanders. Please go on. What is your nose telling you? Oh, no. Is it burning? Haha, no. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Oh, this game's gonna kill me. Oh, God. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. As he whips out his chicken cane. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Oh, my nose. Oh, God. It's building up again. Hold on. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Aeshleigh are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top shelves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely preparing to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. I like that it has the R logo there. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Oh gosh. Egg wash! Miriam fiercely injects ingredients into an itty bitty pot of broth. Best friend, Baster Blaster. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. Aeshleigh scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Oh god. Even Clank gets in on it. 5 dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. Oh gosh, this game. You mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Oh gosh. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Aeshleigh has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic? Even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Well, folks, what do you think? Should I cast a spell fighting magic with magic, or should I let her do what she's doing and just do it the hard way? Just cook my food the way it's meant to be cooked. Again, should I fight magic with magic or not use my magic book at all and just cook? No cheating. I'm gonna assume that Peppermint is busy at work, so let's do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm gonna do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Brownobus. Miriam notices too. Oh, and I've always believed in you, Brownobus, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering you on. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world does she get Eye of Newt from? Oh god. I must have screwed myself when I lied. The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. Oh god. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Oh wait, I have the app up. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. That's gonna go over there. Steve, wait. What happened to Borko? Oh, is there an echo now? Dang it. There we go. What happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate the battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the spork monster, notices that you've gotten the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
Wait, I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Ha!
Yeah, you guessed it right, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water?
I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country.
You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't really exactly... You didn't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition.
I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactic class, and when I woke up...
You toss a serious stare at Steve. And he takes the hint.
Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Having suffered a huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from the deep down within yourself. Give up and bow to culinary school. No, you don't give up. You gotta fight. Is the audio too low for you guys? Is that why you're saying turn up the volume? Hold on, Peppermint. I'm waiting for you. Oh, okay. So did the voice changer work when I was going back and forth? I was trying to do like a zombie voice. Oh, okay, good. It worked. Okay, good. Because if I tried hearing myself, it would cause the echo, and it wouldn't be good for the stream. Okay, so summon the extra power. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Here turns Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Wait. Do I have a ghost? I got this one. Let's try this one. Yes, Branibus. Yes, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. 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 Oh, this is too much. My heart is pure, my hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off of the ground. Energy coursing through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked. Oh no! In the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Barnabas, you may have suffered some setback, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I don't have a voice for him. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside me. I'm here to help you. Wait, okay. All you managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy! Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass your individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students! Okay, let me close this window. Let me get my computer back to normal really quick. Hello? Okay, there we go. Okay. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off-screen you hear a pure and innocent giggle. that can only come from one student. I'm flying. It sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there. Oh god. Pop and Clank, what are you guys doing in a broom closet? No! Miriam, would you mind? Inside a closet you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Oh, okay. Pop, get down from there right now! Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCS LA history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second, pranks? Pranks, Clank? Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whirl, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow, he must have gone unplugged. I guess we'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole long days. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Oh, he looks so happy. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made... Jesus Christ, that is tiny. Tender udon noodles and savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Nartuo Moki, I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl. Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue touch the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine. I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Really do I taste a dish with such love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Barnabas, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewed urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all of the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. Oh no! I can't eat, think! I'm keeping poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount this dispency. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps his bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog, I drink milk, get over it. Sometimes it helps calming my agitated tongue. Next student, Aeshleigh, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a displayed piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got toasted in your ears or something, Barnabas? I told you, it's a display piece. Aeshleigh, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and did an extremely good job cooking it, too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the hungry. Come on now. I suppose you could smell it if you'd absolutely insist, but don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Oh, jeez. Rage overtakes Aeshleigh, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Aeshleigh storms off to rededicate herself to being the best of this time, with being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. That isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets too much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. 2 chefs. We began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese. That looks good. that looks delicious. Has become something. Oh, is this the bowl? Oh, it is. Look at that deliciousness. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Oh, go. I don't have a good feeling about this. For somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes in the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even Van and Aeshleigh are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that they are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive, high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! Ooh. God. Oh, I'm sorry, Mackenzie. Did I scare you? I'm sorry. You know, you knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but after a world-renowned turntablist, who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Oh, jeez. Van and Aeshleigh tell everyone that they're committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, how sad. Amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He was totally mellowed out. Oh God, I gotta do the voice. Hold on. Where's the voice? Wait.
Everyone, this fork monster is no more. From here out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster.
Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who would command such an entrance? It's Pop! He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat, a crown. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. And we get a new wing in the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the council of such and such. Miriam, will you be my lady king? What an incredible turn of events, and offer to join the royal family? It's like a dream come true. You get to be a princess, or maybe a queen. I'm not sure if he even knows, but either way, crowned and gowns, baby. I'm sorry, Pop, but I'm not interested. Not now, at least. I've got so much to do with my life. A twist on a twist. So many more 3-day universities to attend. So many tiny foods to materially sculpt, and then watch get accidentally blown away by a single breeze. Okie dokie. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling and electricals hissing. It's Clink, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Oh, who is he? Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clink, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Oh, cherry blossoms. Finally, Colonel Saunders arrives. I keep clicking out the game. What the hell's going on here? Okay. Hell, ooh, casual, I say. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he comes prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give him a bucket of chicken. Come on. This time, it's a full meal. Ooh. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on the delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Barnabas, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is opened up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Barnabas. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, you do really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll in pastry school. Oh, my dear Barnabas, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. So I get rejected by the Colonel at the end of this? I get rejected? No. No. So that's a great opening, by the way. But no. So he steals my chicken pot pie recipe. He steals my coleslaw recipe. He steals my mashed potatoes and gravy recipe for himself. And not to mention, he confessed to shooting somebody and killing them slowly. And he rejects me. How dare he? How dare he? He used me. He took advantage of me. He is scum. No, I do not love you, Colonel Sanders. This is not finger licking good. This was abuse at the highest level. This is BS. I expected full partnership in your restaurants, and you say no. You tell me no. You can't trust no Kentucky man, I tell you what. They say they love home cooking, but they want it for themselves. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. No. No, 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 no. No. That was the ending? Yeah, I unlocked all of them. The final bite. Okay, well, that's how it ends, I guess. I don't know which ending I got. I know there are multiple endings, but I believe some of them are like, you chose the wrong path here, so you end it. So I think these are all the different endings if you end it at that point. Like, I think the 6th battle was the test that I kept failing. So I was getting those endings. So technically I got 2 different endings because I failed the test and then I beat the game, but you don't end up with the Colonel. Which is the whole point of the game. He just takes what he wants from you and throws you aside. Man, am I right? Anywho. That's it for tonight, I guess. That's the end of the game. Nothing else to say here about it. I beat it. So I was looking more into Outlast 2 and the VR headset and being able to play Outlast 2 with the headset. And it looks like it's going to be more trouble than it's worth. So I think my next gameplay is just going to be Outlast 2. I'm not going to wait for a VR headset. So that being said, I will catch you all in a few days. Sunday. In almost a week. Colonel Sanders, you disappoint me. We could have had something special, but no, you ruined it.